Hi, this is Laura from Day by Day in Our World, and we're going to walk through making a long tail pin using PicMonkey, opening up using the collage aspect. Bring it up. I've selected pictures already, and I'm going to pick ducks in a row, three in a row to make this long pin. Pulling both of my photos over, one to the far left, one to the far right. Then I'm going to rotate. Or actually, before I rotate, I'm going to go ahead and edit. I have the premium version, so you can go through, click Edit Photo, or Edit Image, go to Effects, go down to the editor, and I usually just try the auto adjust. If it looks good, I say great. And then you go to back to collage to bring you back there, and then go through the process with the other photo as well. Clicking to Edit, going to Effects, down to Open in Editor, doing the auto adjust just to brighten it up a little, and going back to the collage. Now to make this a long pin, I'm going to rotate it, and I'll play around with it a little bit to make sure that images are going to be centered, that things are going to look good. I widened it a bit just to fit the images a little bit better, but keeping the length with it. And you can shorten the in-between spot, which is the same size as the images. You can shrink it by extending those images so that where you put your text will be a little bit less noticeable. Then I pick a background color. If you know, if you want to go by eye for the colors there, if you know the code that you need, you can do that. I usually use the eyedropper, like you can see here. And I just kind of look around and see which color from an image in this picture really speaks to me for this pin, what's going to work. And I really kind of like the red. I think it pops, but I'm going to deepen the red that I was picking up in the words popcorn. Okay, and once you know that you like it, you can go right into Edit so that you can add your text. It'll warn you that once you do, you cannot change anything, so make sure you're happy with it. So once I'm here in the editor component of PicMonkey, I go to text. I can see which of the text I want to add for font. And you want to use text that's going to tell what it is in here. In this case, this particular post, which was done for Act 2, focused on making some sort of gourmet popcorn flavors. I had a Cajun flavor, garlic cheese flavor. And then the one that appeared in this particular post, I did separate posts for those recipes. And this one has one that's called mouse turd that you'll see it pop up later on the pin. And you can just kind of play and see which font is really going to work for the words you want to do. What size do they need to be to fit into that space? Now, I just put gourmet popcorn instead of listing all the others out. And the theme for the post was not just to have gourmet popcorn, but that you're going to use it for a movie night. So saying, okay, make gourmet popcorn. And this is going to be for a movie night, or for at-home movie nights. We'll try that. And I like to center my text. I change the black on a darker color does not look good for the font, so I'm changing it to a more of a whitish color and playing again with the size so that I know it's going to fit. Get this all nice and centered. And just kind of fuss with it a little bit. I do most things by eyesight. There are some rulers that you can use in here to help as well. And you just want to make sure there's enough spacing between your words that they're not overlapping, but not so much that it's really seeming off. You want to try to fill this space a little well. So once you feel like it's fine, everything's, starting to look, you can play some with the different font sizing if need be. But once you feel it's fine, you can save off your pin. So this is the long pin that I don't want to have in my image. I just want it to be for people to pin. Pick the file name that you're going to want to then copy easily for your alt name for your photos. So when people go click to pin on Pinterest, it's going to come up with this description for them. Make sure you have, if there's keywords that you want to have in there, have that in there as well. I know that my width on the blog is 750 fits and fills the post space, so that's what I want to do for my width. And it keeps the ratio for height automatically. So get that saved off. Now I'm going to go in and I want to open up the posts that are related. So I have the post to do with the popcorn, but I want to go ahead and open that into a window because that's what I'm going to be editing in this case. And then I want to go, and I know that I did a post for Cajun pasta that I have the coding in here as well. And I want to go ahead and open that one so that I can go in and grab this coding that I need for hiding my long pin. Now I use a plugin called Easy Recipe for my recipe formatting. So you'll see here in a second, as soon as I go and try to click on the text, the HTML text, it gives me a warning saying, okay, be careful, you mess with it and you might completely mess things up. But I know where everything is. I go to the bottom of the post where I had put this hidden pin on that one, and I'm going to copy over the entire coding and then put it over at the bottom of the post for the popcorn recipes for movie night. Okay, so now that that's inserted, I could, if I already had the image uploaded, I could just copy that part out and get it going. But I'm going to go ahead and insert this media, do the insert media button where I can see it. I'm going to pick the pin that we just created. Now I'm going to copy the title. I'm going to use that for the alt text because, like I said, I want something that's going to pop up. I don't want it to say image 2017 or something nondescript that's not going to get people excited when they look at Pinterest. They want to know what it is that the post is going to be about. So just make sure for the alt text, I usually add a period at the end if I'm doing sentences. I'm doing apostrophes that I wouldn't put into the actual title of the post. Just a way to get everything looking really nice and really sharp when it gets to Pinterest. It's already been sized for the size that I want, so I'm leaving it full size. It can be centered. And if you can see where this is now populated above the hidden pin that I have here. And if we click over and look at the view and scroll down through the different pictures, you'll see, here we go. Here's the big pin that we just made. And it takes up a lot of space on the page. I don't want to have that. So I go back over to text. Now I'm going to copy where you have this div style. Copy that first part and put it at the front of where the image coding is. And then copy the back part. You have to have that /div in there, and I'm going to put that at the end of the image, and then just go ahead and delete the others. I don't need that. And really, I'm going to be making a cheat sheet, so I can just pull the exact coding I need. You go and you look at the view, and voila, the picture is not there. Now, I go ahead and save. If I go and open this post, and you let it load, you scroll down, and you'll see that the image that we added is not going to show up on there. It's going to be everything that I had initially. So you go down past the recipe. I have all these pictures for the other types of popcorn that you can make using the Act 2. And at the bottom, there's my signature, no extra picture. But if I go using the SumoMe share buttons that I have on the left, you can see the long pin is an option for pinning. So if somebody's pinning through that and not just trying to pin directly a picture that they see in the post, they have the option for this long pin, and looks great. The description's the same as what I typed in. And then I can just pick a board. I have a board specific for recipes that were written for Day by Day in Our World, and go ahead and pin it to there. And then you can click through and say, yes, show me my pin. I want to see. And like I said, I had Moose Turd Snack Mix was one of the recipes I did. And for whatever reason, Pinterest wants to pull that recipe over. Thanks for watching, and come on over and visit the blog daybydayinourworld.com. See you soon.